It's been amazing how much we are so aligned in our viewpoint and realizing that this globally is starting to become truly understood amongst women leadership, which is fantastic for us to unite together to do this.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Inger. We are so honored to have you on this stage. So,
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Inger. And we are here on the day two of Win Ideas Virtual Summit 2023. We are going great. From last couple of days, we are getting huge lot of comments from everyone on all the social media platforms. Please do share us, support us, continue to support us in the same way. Thank you so much. And I think Melinda will give you a short bio of you so that our attendees, whoever is on this session and watching it live all over the world, will know about you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Inga. So, welcome on stage, Inga Andres. Inga Andres is a global leadership advisor and best-selling Amazon International co-author of Global Concierge Entrepreneurs. She integrates her intuitive understanding of metaphysical dimensions into a 5D universal leadership, aiming to raise the consciousness of 300 million people for global restoration and sustainability. Ingo advises high performance entrepreneurs, physicians, and government officials, also contributing to non-profits and restorative justice programs for youth. Her work encompasses various fields emphasizing her passion for creating enlightened individuals worldwide. She walks the path that the Spirit shows her, finding bliss in her daily journey. Thank you so much, Inga. That was a really great introduction. So welcome. Yes, you can start your presentation. The stage is all yours. Good luck.
Good luck, Inger.
Wonderful.
Looking forward.
Thank you, Roxmi and Melinda. This is lovely. It's been such a wonderful time to hear everybody, and so lovely to understand at this Global Summit conference. I think it's a great idea how you've brought all these people together. So, yes, as a global leadership advisor, CEO of my business, Kaizen Solutions, and then also a feng shui dowser and spiritual Reiki master. And of course, with the guidance of my spiritual guides, angels, and masters, I have advised and coached hundreds of high performers and entrepreneurs over the past 3 decades. And so I've discovered that the paradigm shift that is necessary, especially with all the worldwide tensions that are rising, needs to have leaders from a higher consciousness for the well-being of the collective. This is called quantum leadership or 5D leadership. There have been so many wonderful leaders who have spoken at this conference, and I love this overall theme that we've been all in alignment with of quantum leadership that incorporates science with spiritual and esoteric dimensions of consciousness. So I'm just, first of all, hats off to all of you who are here, making the effort to be here. You are a term called badass. There's no two ways about it. My guess is that life has probably not been easy all the time, and that you've chosen to persist and persevere through things. And now you're in a place to help others achieve meaning in their life. So, in other words, I believe you can do really hard things. And there's no doubt in my mind that you have risen to leadership because of the wonderful, unique character qualities to get where you are, giving so much of your energy to your and being responsible for many things. But my question to you is, on an energetic level, how are you experiencing life? Do you find yourself always feeling responsible, in management mode, trying to put out fires in the workplace, or trying to hold things together at home? In fact, is there any place in your life for space for you to receive joy? Actress and comedian Ali Wong recently said, "I don't just want equal pay, but I want equal pleasure." I think all of us can relate to that. One of the key components in this type of higher consciousness for the well-being of the collective that is called quantum leadership or 5D leadership is for you to tap into your frequency at an energetic level by connecting to your core essence at a soul level of consciousness, so that you can hear your own intuitive guidance for decision making in not only your life, your business, and organization, which in turn leads to greater success in creating what is important to you and leaving a legacy for a well-being of those you lead. But what comes to mind when you think of 5D or fifth dimensional conscious leadership? According to recent developments of quantum physics and consciousness research, it has been suggested that quantum level vibrational fields lie behind and are the source of all reality as we know it. We can have large implications for leadership practices to embrace other dimensions. So if you've heard of, for instance, yin and yang, this is a good start to understanding Kaizen quantum leadership. Yin and yang are two energies that are originally a cosmic idea of complementary forces to bring universal harmony, or we all probably have some derivation of that definition. But sometimes yin and yang are referenced to as either light or dark, or receptive, active, or earth and sky, feminine, masculine, intuitive, logical, linear, and nonlinear. They are integrated to bring balance to your being and decision making in human energetic capacity. So let's just break this concept down to the granular level. Quantum physics tells us that everything is energy and that we are all vibrating at different frequencies. Quantum cosmology says that your thoughts can change the vibrations of your energetic fields and magnetically attract other similar frequencies to vibrate to you. No one else can think for you, but when you make time to enter into this consciousness, you connect with the universal mind that then allows you to tap into the now, present moment to create whatever you can imagine. Sometimes the perfectionist in us who continually thinks of the next thing to do or robs us of our present moment and can't keep us from truly enjoying our life. So with self-compassion, actually similar to what Dr. Clara Colley shared with us yesterday in the conference, is to understand the energy mapping that's necessary to choose wisely where to spend your energy so that you are experiencing joy that raises your vibration to not only enjoy life, but that will ripple to those around you. And so just understanding the concept, where the mind goes, energy flows. So let's just touch upon the wonderful feminine aspect, also known as the intuitive side of leadership, with a story I want to share about a global woman leader who headed up the World Hunger Project. Her name is Lynn Twist, and she founded the Transformational Leadership Council, or TLC, years ago to keep leaders engaged in their own transformation. She wrote a book called The Soul of Money, where Lynn shares a beautiful story that's located on the western tip of Africa in the Sahel Desert. When she arrived, so I just want to share this story with you. I think it's very powerful. When she arrived to the village, the chief communicated that water was scarce for not only them, but for 16 other villages as well, and was becoming a serious problem. After meeting with the men in a circle, the custom was for women to not speak in those situations. So after that, Lynn requested to meet with the other women separately, where they sat in a circle, and those women explained to Lynn how it was clear to them in visions that there was an underground lake beneath the desert area. They could feel it and knew it was there. They had seen it during their sacred practices and saw it in these visions, but due to customary ways, women were not permitted to manually labor of digging, and the men of the village actually did not believe that the water was there. But after hearing the strength and convincing vitality of these women, Lynn Twist felt the collective energy and commitment to encourage the village to do the digging, and that she would bring labor to help in that area for the digging project. Sure enough, the village reached the underground lake of their visions. Not only did they find water, but it was much more than they thought there was. And they were able to install pump systems that now pump this underground lake water to all 17 villages that have started to flourish, and women have gained more respect in their intuition and asked to join the village leadership council. So, wow, giving space for centered connection to their sacred intuition led them to what seemed was impossible. Love that story. So, how do you connect with your sacred intuition, your essence, so that you can enter the quantum consciousness realm to gain intuitive wisdom? So, similar to feng shui in your home, where clearing out items in your physical space opens your home or office to universal life force energy flow, which I actually heard another speaker, wonderful speaker, Gloria Anderson Little, was talking just a little bit about that, of decluttering the space in order for your energy to be clear and vibrant. But yes, so when you do that in your home, that is very similar to the key of clearing the space in your mind and energetic field. That is so important for us to connect to our essence. This is what opens up areas within us for universal life force to flow through you, through your mind and body harmoniously, so that you can gain wisdom and experience joy. Making time to create space with our daily practices, such as, for instance, it could be Qigong, it could be walking in nature, gardening, breath work. We've heard a lot about breath work through this time. Cooking even can be a very meditative thing to do. Creative artwork, yoga, anything that creates space to free your mind to allow a meditative prayer zone. This allows you to empty the mind clutter and clear your energetic field so that your intuition can teleport more directly to guide you. These are the states of just being with your essence in your everyday life. And it is the key for you as an entrepreneur to enter into this paradigm shift to bring you an abundant life. So there truly is no limit scientifically to what you can do when you connect with your essence and transmute thoughts to a higher understanding of consciousness that helps create your business or organization for the well-being of all. So in these days of global strife, leaders need to have the capacity to handle uncertainty, complexity, volatility, and with that poise and wisdom to hear the subtleties of the situation that will need some adaptability and understanding and deeper capacities. So getting into that 5D state of flow that is not about having to prove yourself, but to trust that the inner oracle knows what's best. In 2012, while I was in my garden during some meditation, I got a very clear vision of this type of Kaizen quantum leadership. Most people at that time didn't think business leadership and a person's conscious journey, like with mindfulness, metaphysical, meditative practices, were even compatible. But over time, with the recent global catastrophic events, I believe people's eyes and hearts have opened up to see these types of daily practices that can bring wisdom, fulfillment, and success. So, because of an out-of-body experience that I had at age 7, spirituality and advising in leadership roles have been quite common theme in my life, most of my life. And every time that the universe has brought me to the next level of consciousness, there has been proportionate energetic shifts that have occurred towards harmonious relationships, businesses, and finances. It doesn't mean that there hasn't been deep dives of introspection and shadow work to address conditioned, limiting beliefs that I've had, where perfectionism needed to be unveiled and self-healing embraced. But letting go of the need to control and trusting the universe or divine life force during times of uncertainty has been essential to teach me how to allow success and abundance to flow more easily to me. I just want to share a personal story of one of the more poignant recent lessons I had with a traumatic brain injury several years ago. It actually brought me to the edge of being comatose, where I slept night and day for a month. And because of several head concussions I had playing football early in my life, or soccer, some people call it, I had many ailments that didn't show signs of improvement and could hardly remember even how to speak after that injury. So for 18 long months, every week, I had speech therapy and found myself sitting in a lot of silence. This, though, allowed me to choose to hear my intuition. My body chemistry shifted as well. With the brain cells being injured, there's waves of depression. But even during that time, when there were moments of lucidness, my decision to trust universal love was a moment by moment choice that grew deeper into a practice of higher consciousness. And actually, right before this accident happened, I had been volunteering with the leadership skills that I have to help start a restorative justice program for the community. Amazingly, at my most vulnerable time of this injury is when the program took off and gained momentum. We grew in close partnership with our local Indigenous community to collaborate efforts that taught me so much about the origin of restorative practices with First Nation people and healing circles. And because my energy was limited at that time and I needed to conserve body energy for healing, it forced me to pace my work. This slowing down of life encouraged my intuition to kick in all the more, which allowed me to tap into that intuitive knowing of when I was best to engage in work and when to wait or pause. And miraculously, I'm here today to even be able to speak clearly to you about this time of learning. And this restorative justice program is actually flourishing. So, one of the most powerful processes discovered to reach higher consciousness is what has been identified as impartial self-observation. And this is something that we all can do. Reflective thinking is a kind of tool that you can implement to become aware of your present moment without judgment. It gives you a safe inner space for you to choose who you want to become, such as asking questions in a curious way. Are you breathing fast right now or slow? Do you have a headache or a stiff neck? Are you clenching your fists or are you fidgeting? All these are kind of self-examination ways to get directly acquainted with meeting our own needs instead of expecting others to know what those needs are. It actually takes time and courage to stop throughout our busy days and listen to ourselves without condemnation, of course, without condemnation, and instead just trying to understand what's going on inside. Similar to yesterday's talk by Dr. Victor Mosconi, who was really doing a great job of talking about this imposter syndrome, how we need to break down into small steps and Kaizen steps that allow you to kindly see your mishaps and blunders and know that they're just a part of life and good leadership awareness. So, understand that your body acts as the waste bin of the mind energetically. All those stressful events of the day get lodged into our cells and block sometimes that natural energy flow. So engaging in conscious field of energetics by observing ourselves to bring you more into the present moment while listening to the feedback that your body's giving you. Sometimes even I just will simply shake some of that energy off of me so that it doesn't stay stuck inside me. Or maybe it's simply at the end of the day, you just ask yourself, give your time of debriefing where you go, what was going on today? Why did I have this sudden burst of like whatever it was that came out. And you know that there's so many situations throughout a day that you go through, but really giving yourself that time to decompress and sift through the hidden lessons of the day, understanding that in order to raise this inner joy in a really, where the rubber meets the road, into a higher consciousness, it really means being committed to ourselves to take the time to do that for ourselves, whether it's putting it in the schedule, making sure that we have even maybe an alarm that goes off and says, this is what you need. Remember, this is your time to tap in. But that's really important. So just a couple of things to note as I come to an end. First of all, please know there is enough good things to go around for all. We just need to let go of those limiting beliefs from old paradigm shifts of thinking. Number 2, be full of gratitude. Gratitude is what opens our heart to receiving so much more that's in the present moment than what we realize if we don't have a heart of gratitude. Knowing that we're receiving from the universe each day good things in our life, trusting that the collective energy is alive and is active in you. This is how you can shift your paradigm to bring success organizationally and financially with your entrepreneurial business. And 3, with an abundant mindset, know that there's always enough for everyone. More importantly, there's always energy to create abundance in the quantum field to manifest in the form of currency from the place of higher consciousness that brings restoration, peace, and abundance. And finally, be empowered with the belief that you are magnificent and in this very moment have the choice to live in harmony with yourself and universal life force. Now may we all go forth into the world as women and unify, encourage each other, building trust with one another and this commitment to enter quantum leadership for the well-being of all and for you yourself as well. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Inger. That was a very good topic. Quantum leadership, a global paradigm shift. Yeah, that is very well explained. I think all the audience liked it. So I think you have a question for Inger, right?
Yes, we do have a question for Inga. So this is here is a question from audience. How can quantum leadership principles improve decision making processes within organizations, particularly in complex and ambiguous situations?
Well, again, this is part of a daily decision. This is a daily practice that we choose as individuals to bring to whatever position that we hold, right? So when that comes to those higher positions of global leadership, it is vital that we take that time in our own daily practice to be able to understand that that is there in this realm or the last century, really making sure people are always almost treated like machines where they have to continually output, output, output. It's not sustainable. Not only is it not sustainable, it doesn't allow the humanness, the people, to be able to, as I spoke earlier, the intuitiveness of having poise in very difficult situations and making decisions that will need to be made, that need to be flexible for whatever the demands are happening. So it's not going to happen um, like at the workplace. People aren't going to go, oh, let's go sit down and do some meditation together, right? That's not realistic. That's probably not going to happen. But in our own practice, we have to discipline and understand the importance of this in our daily lives and live it, right? Not just talk about it, but live it and want and see that it is part of what truly fills our day up with purpose and meaning that's deeper than just the immediate quick decision that we need to make. We need to have our lives full of that meaning and guidance with our spiritual selves. So I hope that answers the question. I apologize if
Yes.
that wasn't as
Yes, Inger, it was really well answered. We really got the answer for the question. Thank you so much for joining the Day 2 WIN Ideas Virtual Summit 2023. So yes, we really enjoyed each speaker presentations. Each speaker has his own way of presenting their topics. So thank you so much for your continuous support. I wish you please join our next sessions as well and show some
mm,
encouragement.
Please do share some good thoughts about us in all your socials. Thank you
I
so
will.
much. And we
Thank
wish
you.
a continued success for your career. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a quite immense topic. It's very well explained. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Inga.
you.
So please
See you
join
soon.
our next speaker, Dr. Donna Lindsay. Please join. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye. Have a great
Bye.
day.